I mean, every time Democrats fix something, they just create a bigger problem, as they did. We were promised. Your insurance companies won't be able to turn you down. You will have affordable, quality health care for all Americans. Exactly the opposite.
And Coulter is back and going on the Dan Abrams show to talk about many different things, and she absolutely destroys his woke audience here live on News Nation. Let's get into this clip here where Ann Coulter talks about multiple different things, of course, a lot of them revolving around Donald Trump, and how she destroys the woke cult for their ridiculous statements. Let's check out this clip here.
Coulter's back. This is insane to me. I mean, what do you make of this?
No, here I completely agree with you. I think it's because, for one thing, he is good looking. But ladies, you're barking up the wrong tree.
Yeah.
And also, healthcare is an absolute disaster. And this is what my column is about. I just posted it sitting out in your green room there. We're living under Obamacare. We warned about this. The reason it is a disaster is because of the 11,000-page Obamacare that requires insurance companies to cover all kinds of things that nobody wants covered, and therefore they can't cover your cancer surgery. Therefore, they can't cover grandma's Alzheimer's. I mean, every time Democrats fix something, they just create a bigger problem, as they did. We were promised. Your insurance companies won't be able to turn you down. You will have affordable, quality health care for all Americans. Exactly the opposite.
But here's my problem. My problem with sort of making this assassination into a debate over our healthcare system means he wins.
Not really, because, well, okay, I'm just saying that's why I think people are supporting him. Everyone I've talked to who has, and I've yelled at them, they say it's because they're angry at their health insurance companies, and they should be angry, but
why aren't they angry at the shareholders?
They shouldn't be angry at the insurance companies at all. They should be angry at the Democrats who passed this on a party line vote, not one Republican. They pushed it through unconstitutionally, and when you have a full federal government takeover with 11,000 pages of regulations that the insurance companies are required, mandates and regulations.
Yeah, this is 100% true and based from Ann Coulter here. And you could tell Dan Abrams doesn't like this. You can tell that his audience isn't going to like this, of course. But Ann Coulter just speaks the truth. She doesn't really care what anybody, whether she's sitting right next to them or they're watching on, television. It doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter at all. She doesn't care. And that's what I like so much about Ann Coulter. But right here, I mean, she's talking facts, right? You shouldn't be mad at healthcare companies. You should be mad at the Democrats who passed the laws that the healthcare companies follow. And also, on top of all of this, I don't know if they mentioned this or not later on in this clip, but I've said this many times on this channel. If you're mad at a healthcare company, guys, look, it's never, ever worth it. I can't believe this even has to be said, but it's never worth it to throw your entire life away for something like that. It's just not. Especially like when you really think about what's going to happen. Like this dude, and what they're referring to right now is obviously the assassination of the United Healthcare CEO, right? How there's some people who are out there celebrating it, and it's like, are you insane? Like that's crazy. But if you take out the CEO is just one position inside of this large company, right? It's one cog in a very large wheel, or it's one cog in a very large machine, right? And so if you take it out, they just go on LinkedIn and replace it, dumbass. Like, it's not like, oh, the CEO that we hired to run this part of the company gets taken out. Now we just must crumble to the ground, and now there's no more foul play. There's no more nefarious actions happening with healthcare companies anymore. It's so ridiculous, dude. It's just so dumb. It's just as dumb as the people who try to assassinate Donald Trump while he's on stage. It's the same thing. These people have been so radicalized by the left wing, by the rhetoric of the left wing. They've become so radicalized. It's insane. And it's going to get even worse because luckily we have people like Ann Coulter who's willing to go call this stuff out to these people's faces. But we still have people like Destiny. We still have people like David Pakman. And David Pakman's not as bad as Destiny. I'll be clear about that. I don't like David Pakman. I talk about him all the time on this channel. I don't like him, but he's not as bad as Destiny. Destiny is one of the largest, if not the largest, left-wing creator, and the other one that rivals him is Hassan Piker, who is just as bad, if not worse, than Destiny. But Destiny has gotten so unhinged and so extremist. Like, he is an actual extremist. He's out there laughing at the people who were at that Donald Trump rally who got shot and killed, right? The guy, I think he was a firefighter, a father, a son, like all these things. The guy got killed for no reason. He did nothing wrong. And Destiny's laughing at him on stream. And then when confronted about it, Destiny doubles and triples down. He says, yeah, if you're at a Donald Trump rally, you deserve to die. That's crazy. That's craziness. nobody on the right that I know of, especially nobody in right-wing media. And there's a lot of people in right-wing media that I cannot stand. But I don't think any of them would ever say, yeah, if you're at a Kamala Harris rally, you deserve to die. Nobody would say anything like that. That's crazy talk, dude. And that's that kind of rhetoric, and that being, coming from one of the largest, if not the largest name in left-wing media. That's why stuff like this is happening so often, where people are like, yeah, I'm going to take this into my own hands. And I'm going to go take out the CEO. Like, that's going to do a singular thing. That's not going to do anything. They just replace the CEO, dumbass. That's what LinkedIn exists for. That's what Upwork exists for, dummy.
Relations. There's pet insurance. There used to not be pet insurance.
I know, but
pet insurance actually works because it's very light. It's like property insurance. Right. You want to make sure the insurance companies have the money. But when they start saying, and you must cover these, literally on United Healthcare page, one full page of transgender operations.
Right, but that's not what Luigi Mangione is talking.
That's because he's wrong, but so are the people supporting him.
Right, but you're saying, it sounds like you're saying they're supporting him for the wrong reasons. I mean,
no, you shouldn't support him at all. He's wrong, they're wrong. But what I'm saying is the support for him shows the anger at the health care.
But I don't think it's for the reason. I don't think the supporters of him are supporting him for the reasons you're talking about.
I'm telling them why they should.
Oh, okay, but I don't want them to be getting advice from you on
no. They shouldn't support him because he doesn't have the right reason either.
Because he is a killer. Right. Why can't we just stick to that? He's a murderer, a killer, and I worry that our society in general tends to kind of like the outlaw.
Only if he's good looking.
Maybe you may be right. I mean,
if he were a pudgy little guy, nobody would support him.
That may be right.
What you are really seeing
sad.
is anger at health insurance companies, and people should be angry, but not at the health insurance.
Well, not for the.
If you enjoy content like this, then make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out a ton. Let's get back to the video.
The reasons that he's supposed
at Obamacare, Democrats, as usual.
Okay. All right. I want to do a quick lightning round. I'm going to ask you whether you think the following people are going to be confirmed by the Senate, not whether you think they should be. All right?
Okay.
Maybe the answer to all of them is yes. Maybe the answer to all of them is no. I don't know.
Say at the outset, I have no idea, but go ahead.
What? Yes. RFK Jr.
Yes.
Pete Hegseth.
50-50.
Tulsi Gabbard for Director of National Intelligence.
I don't know.
Kash Patel.
If she isn't, she'll be shot down for the wrong reason, if I could say that.
Okay.
I think she's a little bit nutty. She belongs to some crazy Hindu cult. It's like a...
So you think she probably won't...
Nobody's even talked about that, but I think the neoconservatives, the foreign policy community, she doesn't want to go to war. I'd support her for that reason. So she'll be shot down, if she's shot down, for completely the wrong reason.
All right. Kash Patel for FBI?
Yes.
Kristi Noem for Homeland Security?
I hope not.
I asked for what do you think? And finally, Pam Bondi, Attorney General.
Also hope not, but I think all the girls will be confirmed because Republican men are afraid to vote against a woman.
Really?
Yeah, and I think Kristi Noem is the worst of all the nominees, especially at that important cabinet position, Homeland Security. And Pam Bondi, I mean, she's okay, but...
Pam Bondi's definitely going to get confirmed.
Because she's a woman.
Well, because she's not Matt Gaetz.
If that's the standard, then my answer is yes on all of them.
All right. Thanks for watching.
Dude, Ann Coulter's so based, man. Like, there's no other women out there in right-wing media that's saying stuff like that. But it is the truth, dude. Like, I'm tired of pretending that that's not the truth. That 100% what Ann Coulter is saying there, that right-wing men, I don't know if they're afraid to vote against women. I don't think they're afraid, but they definitely do vote for women. And look, I run a lot of these channels behind the scenes. My business partner runs a lot of the top channels in this space behind the scenes. And guys, it is so blatantly obvious that I don't know if it's the same way in left-wing media because we don't run any left-wing channels, but in right-wing media, the women get way easier clicks than the men do. I'll tell you that right now. If you have an attractive, even semi-attractive, just not butt ugly woman running a YouTube channel and she shows her face, she's automatically going to get more clicks than the man does. Like that's just 100% facts, and we have the data to back that up. Like, we literally see the back ends of every single one of these channels, so we have the data to back that up. And I don't know if it's the same way as in left-wing media, but I don't know, man. There's a lot of simps out there in right wing, in the right wing, 100%. So I don't know if, you know, what Ann Coulter said, how she said that they are scared to vote against a woman. I don't know if that's the case, but I think there's a lot of simps out there that just see, ooh, a woman, I have to vote for her. It's pretty wild out there. I know that's going to piss so many people off. I'm excited to see the comment section of this one. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about Ann Coulter going on this show and just tearing apart the woke cult for just ridiculous, just absolutely ridiculous stuff, man, with the United Healthcare CEO and a lot of the Trump, you know, cabinet members and stuff like that. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about this whole Ann Coulter versus the woke cult situation.